Productions.
Check, check, testing 1 2 1 2.
Mic check, mic check.
And another one.
What's up, Corey?
What's up? How we doing?
Chilling, chilling. You
How's
know
it
how we do.
going? Up?
Eyes tied, boss.
Man,
Yeah, a little bit.
Eyes tied,
we
boss.
tired. We had a rough week. We hate y'all, but we still showing up to give y'all a show because we love y'all. We love, man. We hate y'all. We hate that we got a show, but we love putting on a show for y'all. So make sure you click that like button.
Like, subscribe, please comment. If we too tired, we got energy ain't right. Say something.
Man.
Say something.
So real quick, how was everybody's week?
Uh,
Yeah,
productive
we had
week,
a
bro.
good week.
Busy. Productive week, busy. Kids. Daughters in the with the semifinals now for girls flag football. So that's been draining. I got back in the gym and hooped a little bit, which was pretty cool. And I'm on this carnivore again, so that's crazy. My energy. This is day 4, so my energy is. I'm trying
Carnivore,
to
what you
adapt.
like? No meat. What is it? What are you doing?
Now it's actually opposite. All meat. Pause.
Oh, nothing
Um.
but meat.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it for me.
All right.
Very low minimal carbs. It's like Atkins, right? Because you can't completely eliminate carbs, but the way I do it is I eliminate, any conscious carbs, right?
Right. Right.
Um, unless, bro, sometimes it's absolutely necessary, and you just can't avoid it. But you do your due diligence. Time
Right.
for a reset. Y'all know I cut my shiznit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
we see
saying?
you. We see you.
New me. Back to the basics.
At least you got the option.
Yeah, bro. I thank God for that. I thank God for me to cut it off and it not being over. I know how that is. That last cut, that fade when that low fade gets super low, and you like, all right, well, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Can't even get a shot of liner.
I ain't mad at him though. I ain't mad at the God. If you 5'8", I mean, at least you got to give him some hair. You know what I'm saying? So,
Ah, nah. When I got shoes on, I got shoes on. Leave me alone, man.
Yeah,
Leave me
things are
alone.
good, man. Things are good.
we,
What
we,
topics we got?
we hold on. We got Gilbert Arenas at the bottom. How you feeling, Gilbert?
Good, man. Yeah, things are at its easiest. Yeah,
That's
trying to
what's up.
stay consistent, man. That's what it's all about.
I had a pretty good week. I can't complain. The loads were there. Work is picking up. The money is there. Like I said, we had a little technical difficulties tonight. One of the kids broke down, so we had to get that situated. But we cool. We coolin'. But the first topic, these are the three topics. No, first topic, I got to keep it in the format. First
Yeah,
topic we're
let's
going to talk about is why black athletes choose to date white women. What are your thoughts on that before we play the video and all of that? Do you believe there's a problem with black athletes and white women, or do you think that's just what the media shows us?
Well, naturally, that's what they're showing the most, and it's various reasons why. Um, I got my own personal theory. I think on what it is. I think it's a psychological nature. Um, I think we as black men look at the white man as a threat, the next black man as a threat, the black woman is a threat. The only one that's not a threat, in a sense, is who, right?
Who's not the threat?
Where they going? Just like what Charleston White said.
Well,
Uh,
we gonna line it up, but you saying black men are the only one that's not the threat? Is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
was when we look at the next black man, what are we looking at? He's a threat psychologically.
It could be.
Uh,
Yeah.
the black woman, she's a threat psychologically. We already know what the black man want. I mean, the white man want to do with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Psychological threat. And to a lot of the points where Charleston White was making, um, it's more of a compliment with the type of energy that they kind of give us, man. It's a compliment in a sense.
So you saying a white woman is not a threat? Karen is not a threat.
I'm not saying she's not a threat. I should take that back and say maybe the lesser threat out of the four
Mm.
I named, maybe.
What you
And
say,
this is
Ken?
all psychological. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying this is a
Mm-hmm.
100% fact. I'm saying it's my theory on the psychological look at things as a black man is what I'm saying.
What about as a black? What about as a black man with a white woman?
What about it?
You a black former athlete with a white woman. What's your perspective there?
Ken.
Well, it's a lot of the stuff where Charleston White was saying is what I'm saying. The energy, the complemental energy is what it is. I think.
Mm.
So I,
Is it some of the stuff that Charleston White said that you disagree with?
We ain't played it yet. We just giving our own thoughts on it. Then we're gonna
yeah, we
play
get
it.
no, we get into Charleston. Yeah.
Yeah.
My take on it is so I don't indulge. You know what I'm saying? I haven't indulged in a situation where I was in a relationship with him. I had college I had my thing, but um what I think what I think is how I would look at it is this. White women will let a black man know who he is. Black women will let a black man know who he is. And I think that's the difference. I think that there's a stigma that will portray that a white woman that will portray a black man as a king, as he's the prize, he's this. I think in our community, we at least black men that prefer white women probably see the opposite. Probably see black women telling him everything that he is, meaning that he ain't this, he ain't that. He is a lazy, he is a no good, he is a liar, he is a cheater. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, I've gotten that from observation and conversation from from some black men that I know that partake in the bunny hopping.
Okay. I would say I would agree. Definitely agree with both points. But I would say that familiarity breeds contentment. So the black woman to the black man is gonna see it one way versus a woman of another culture. A
Mm,
woman of another culture seeing a black man is going to naturally be more forgiving, naturally be more celebratory, naturally see things from a blank slate. Just just for example, a white woman with a white man. Familiarity breeds contentment. So a white woman knows the history. She's very familiar with the white man, so he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt unless he's just that great. The same thing with a black woman and a black man. There's a familiarity there that the black man and the black woman is not going to get that benefit of the doubt. Whereas women of other cultures are not that familiar with each other, and we kind of give each other that grace, or we don't see what we should see. So I think the reason why black athletes choose to date white women is because they, white women, the treatment is different. It's just different.
Well,
It's
that's why I use the word psychological, like even what Ken was saying. Everybody else is nagging at us except for which one. You see, so it's like as a black man, we get tired. We get tired, man. We get tired. So it's like that's one of the reasons that energy. It's almost a comfort feeling. It's almost a time to exhale a little bit. Like you
I, I,
said, it's more of the encouragement, more of the team. It's more talking to you versus talking at you.
well, well, historically, um, I think if we look at it from a historical perspective, I think both parts, both sides of that equation play a part. I think everyone tries to find the path to the least resistance. I've heard from black men that the least resistance they get are from Caucasian women. Resistance as far as who they are as an individual, support, um, affection, place in the household, this, that, and the other. I think there's a different respect level that that black man may have for that Caucasian woman is because he doesn't have the pressure to live up to what the black community, female community may feel that he's not. But then on the other side, white women are attracted to black men because the people who have dogged white women out forever have been white men, never been good enough, not pleasing to them. Um, uh,
And we are
over
true and we're true lovers by nature. Black men, man. We not what they portraying us to be. They kind of made us to become that type of man. But man, black men, we naturally got love in us, man. We naturally got it.
who's they? I always
Well,
want to ask that question.
I'm talking about the system
What's
itself.
this?
You ready to battle and talk about something else right now? Is that what you're doing?
I'm just trying to get context, man.
I just gotta catch you. I
I'm
gotta
trying to figure out
catch
what
you.
system. We talking about
I'm just
PS5,
I'm just
Xbox.
saying. No, we talk about Nintendo. Okay. And Atari. We talk about Atari
Atari.
in the
Oh, jeez.
beginning. Just the whole how they portray us is what I'm saying. That's all.
I just want to know who they is. That's all I'm asking. I
I
like
ain't
the
messing with
context.
you right now, Ken. We staying
Like,
on
okay,
topic. Stay
let's stay
on
on
topic.
topic.
Stay on topic. 'Cause I know you ready. You ready.
What's did you pop
But
off
going
intentionally?
back to the
yeah,
topic,
yeah.
I think it's all psychological. I think it's a psychological of a threat, trying to find that lesser threat as
Yeah,
black men.
the path of least resistance.
Well,
I've
not even
heard that.
least resistance, man. It's encouragement. We all need encouragement, dog. We all need that confident lift as your spouse, your partner. We all need more of people to talk to us versus talking at us. So it's a lot of little stuff like that. That's why I keep going back to the psychological nature of things.
So you're saying, Corey, in general,
Hmm.
that black women talk at black men versus talking to them?
Yes,
Mm.
I think it's more talking at you than saying talking to you. You
Let's
know,
let's unpack that.
yeah,
We got to find the why. We're not disputing the what,
right.
but why do you feel like women are frustrated with black men?
Well, I think black women feel that they kind of taking the back seat on everything. I think they feel that they're last. I think they feel that their voice is not being heard. Um, that's all we're hearing is equality, equality, equality from them. So I think it's how the person is talking the loudest want to be heard. If I'm yelling at you, you hear me better, but they don't understand. Yelling don't always you don't always hear better when you're yelling at somebody when someone's yelling. So I think it's a way they're being a little bit over aggressive, just trying to get they point across and being heard. Is why I think they're talking more at us. Everything is a battle. I think we're psychologically battling everything.
Okay.
So I think it's a lot of little factors that kind of intertwine with it that creates it.
Ken, what do you think? What do you think black women talk at us instead of to us? Is there a frustration there, or what's going on with that?
In order to answer that question, I gotta agree with that.
Okay, do you agree with it? You don't have to agree with it.
um, I think the communication within our community is jacked up. Period. So I'm not gonna just predicate the conversation, the content on black women. I think we talk to each other with lack of respect, without lack of compassion and empathy. Um, I think that if you want to put it from a relationship standpoint, I can see how one would say that black women talk at black men. When you look at the stereotypes and you look at the ratchetness and bye, I ran,
But
with
why
simplicity.
though? Why do they do that? You think?
I think that black men and just in general, I think they're portrayed as cheaters. I think they're portrayed as liars. I think they're portrayed as abusers. They're portrayed as deadbeats. They're portrayed as gangsters, thugs, people like criminals, individuals without feelings and without heart. So when the stigma is on a culture of people like that, it's hard even within the culture to have basic respect for you. Um,
So it's
and I
more
think,
it's more you against me versus us being a partnership, us being together, is how they viewing us.
uh,
Because everything is an attack. We almost look, and we meaning as a whole, not literal, but some guys they'll look at their girlfriend sideways. You being nice to me? What's wrong with you? Is everything all right? You know, just
I,
because she said, "Honey, here you go, honey, I did this. Let's just talk," or giving you a compliment because it's out of the norm. We're not used to it from them in a sense.
I can't say that, man. My
Hmm.
my personal experience, I haven't had experiences where things were extremely toxic. I haven't
Hmm.
had experiences like that where there wasn't a level of respect. I think, in my opinion, how you present yourself, if you demand respect, you're gonna get that. So, you know, I consider myself the
A lot of these guys are making the women do that. The black women is what you're saying.
it,
It's a
it,
cause and effect.
and again, I don't think that's a color thing. I think from my personal experience,
Hmm.
how I present myself and how I carry myself typically determines the type of relationship I'm going to indulge myself in. A woman who doesn't respect a man won't be able to be around me long. It just don't work. I demand a level of respect. I demand that you're not going to disrespect me, and I think it comes from how I carry myself because I'm not going around disrespecting women.
Hmm.
So I would say that has a lot to do with it. Now, if you asking from a stereotypical standpoint, I can understand how individuals that have low self-esteem, low self-respect for each other, I can understand how those situations can be chaotic. You know, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. But if you're asking me specifically, I you know I haven't had those situations.
Right.
And just so you know, I don't like a woman who can come off as disrespectful, who shows that they have no problem being disrespectful or boisterous,
Well, even all
loud.
those the women that we saw in that video, the whole clan, right? The whole clan, right? Come on,
Yeah, bro.
keep it 100. The whole every
Play.
girl that was in that video,
We
neither one
talking
of
about
those
baddies in the
girls,
wild, y'all.
neither one of those girls you cannot see them. You cannot see your daughter acting like that, or you cannot see being with any of them girls that was in that video.
Well,
Hey,
Right?
no, I'm
let's
not.
hold on.
So
Let's play the
for
Charleston
the
White
intro.
video first, so that we can get some context, and then we're gonna play the baddie video to
Right.
give context to why Corey said what he said.
Shout out to you, Charleston.
All right, where is it at? Oh, come on, don't do me like that. That's the wrong one anyway.
It's all good. We give you grace. We ain't gonna
I,
cuss you out.
you ain't got no
Say you
Yeah.
ain't
choice.
nothing.
Oh, there it
Say you
is.
Yeah.
ain't nothing. You a deadbeat host. You a baby daddy of a host right now. Your production ain't nothing.
And that's Jesus, man. According to the
Oh,
zodiac, that's Jesus, man.
You cheat. Look. You cheating. I bet you don't be doing like this on your other channel. I bet you all your stuff up and right for your other channel.
oh man.
Snatch the air.
I know, right? Right.
Where is it at?
Oh, but you can't find it now. Now you want to act stupid.
All right, here we go.
You don't do like that on Mike Check
But a
Productions.
lot of these athletes, they just decide to date white women.
Cause when you get that rich, the white woman don't focus on you. Yeah, she go get all the money affairs and all to make sure the businesses run smooth, go get the charity, and the black woman be squabbling with you about your. Yeah, your black woman go squabble with you about your. White woman go open charities up, start doing book clubs and reading, making sure she picked a accountant and financial advisor, and the black bitch go be one of them about, who is that calling? Who is that?
I was just telling. But a lot of these athletes, they just decide to date white women.
Cause when you get that rich, the white woman don't focus on you. Yeah, she go get all the money affairs and all to make sure the businesses run smooth, go get the charity, and the black woman be squabbling with you about your. Yeah, your black woman go squabble with you about your. White woman go open charities up, start doing book clubs and reading, making sure she picked a accountant and financial advisor, and the black go be one of them about, who is that calling? Who is that? So that's why. She gonna be stuck on the part. She ain't gonna never get the financial business aspect of it. So I see why they do that.
I think let's first interpret what he's saying. What we trying to take from that.
All right.
What do you
Who,
think? What
who
do you
going?
think?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who going first?
I was gonna say, Corey. What do you think the message is that Charleston's trying to relay?
Pretty much, man, get you a halfway intelligent woman. Regardless if she white or black. Regardless if she green or blue. Get you somebody that's gonna compliment you versus nagging you all the time. Get you somebody that's seeing the bigger picture like you, that can complement your vision. Just like he said, she's looking for accountant. She's creating even something for herself, a book club. I want to go do this, I want to go do that. And like you said, it ain't just white women. It's really not. Um, so it's more of understanding, being on the same page as you is what it is.
I think the takeaway from that video was one woman is worried about what you're doing with your peen, and the other woman is just creating businesses, creating opportunities, just like progressing the relationship, being a partnership as far as progressing that relationship. Now, whether I agree with that or not, it's one thing, but that's what I gleaned from the video. I mean, I don't think that's, I don't think that has nothing to do with skin color. There's black women, there's Latino women, there's white women, there's whatever Asian women that can be on that same type of time. But the
Right.
point I take away from it is, don't be with a woman that's worried about what you got going on in your personal life. Just constantly worrying about if you stepping out, or an insecure woman. Basically, is what I got from that video.
Right.
Well, I think we missing the premise. So the question was, why do black athletes tend to lean towards white women? And I think that Charleston's response to the question was spot on in the sense that I think what he's saying is that white women are accepting of everything that's going to come around with being a famous black man and not focused on the attention where he's going to be laying, where he's going to be doing these things.
Right.
White women are trying to find a way to fit in and to figure out a way to build value in themselves, while black women are worried about their ego.
Let me real quick, Corey. Let me jump in. No,
I
I
think I
agree.
think
I agree, but with a different twist. White women know how to play the long game.
Yes.
They will let you step because, like you said, they understand the athlete, so they'll stay and they'll play and they'll build equity. They won't worry about where your pain is and tap out early. They will stay, play, build up equity, and then dust you in divorce court in 15 years. Because once
Right.
you get once you get past the 10-year mark, you got the pension, you got everything. So
Hmm.
they play the long game.
are we giving our opinion? We just
Oh, that's
commenting on what
facts.
Charleston was saying.
That, both. That was both.
Yeah.
I feel like what Charleston was saying. The white women ain't they too busy worrying about businesses and they try to build up equity.
So you
Like you
say why?
said, they understand. Like you said, they understand what comes with being an athlete. They know he's gonna step out. They know that there's a great chance that he's gonna have women falling at his feet. They don't care. They want the equity. They playing a long game. Because
Right.
once you get past the 10 years, you get the pension. There's so
Hey,
many benefits once you get past 10 years. So
how did that play out for Nicole Brown Simpson?
Well, it played well for Juanita.
I'm gonna say, okay. So one person that didn't go right, and
Right.
we can name 50 people that did go right. So
We can. That's why I went
I'm
right
just
back at
I,
her.
look. I'm just saying Nicole Brown tried that and she got cut from the team.
Juanita got 200 million. Juanita Jordan, right? Just sitting around. She knew Michael was doing it, but what she do?
she
Play
waited.
the
She
long game.
she built that equity up. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Now
Steph Curry girl right now. Look what she doing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Look what she doing.
Ooh. You said
She's
Steph
supposed to
Curry wife,
be,
right?
yeah, she's supposed to be having book
Ooh.
clubs. She's supposed to be creating stuff. Look what she, yeah. So like what you're saying, it ain't
I
necessarily
maybe I
white.
missed that.
It's not necessarily white women. It's get you a woman that's gonna
Wait,
compliment, man, what you're
wait,
doing.
I missed that. What is Steph Curry's wife doing? What's Aisha doing?
She building up equity.
Oh, she ready to go. She done. She want to be heard. She want her own voice. She want her own thing.
That's
She's
She
interesting.
she's
she
she,
la
she's
she
she's not
la la.
very. Hey, she's not very smart in her thinking of wanting attention. Because you can see Tia Mowry, you can see all of these women out here just getting played, laid, and sprayed. Like she, Steph's wife wanting all this attention. There ain't no attention out here to be had. These men ain't think. These men ain't stunting these chicks. It's the other way around. The women are
Yep,
chasing the men. Men ain't
yep.
chasing the women now. And the men that are chasing women, the women don't want the men.
Nope.
We gotta be keep it a buck though, bro. It's dudes out there that's chasing the wives of those athletes because
Okay.
they understand that's a connection to that bag as well. So we can't make it seem like it's just one sided.
No, hold on. Okay, when I say not chasing, I'm talking about not chasing to marry. Yeah, men are always gonna chase. They're gonna chase for that bag and they're gonna chase for that box. The bag in that box. So yeah, I agree with you.
That's
Well, like I
interesting.
said, we was just talking about why do they do that? Because I think even an Asian woman would be a good compliment to an NBA player. Um, even a certain type of Hispanic woman.
Well, I'm not gonna put it on nationality, bro. I do think it's the compatibility that's always gonna It's always going to be important because I don't want to make it seem like there aren't black women that are able to come together with a black man and make it work. But I do
I'm
think,
married to one, yeah, for 20 years. So
yeah,
I'm definitely not
yeah,
trying to paint that picture at all.
yeah. So I'm not going to completely paint it. But when it comes to the athlete, I think what Charleston was trying to say is that the focus is off, and I think the focus is off because of the cultural norms, because of who they see us as, and especially if a black man from the community, from the culture, aspires to become an athlete. um it's dollar signs everywhere, and the second that a woman attaches to that, it's the focus is gone. The focus is not, again, I agree, the culture, from the cultural perspective, what do we see in our culture, what do we see around athletes all the time as advertised? Groupie women, groupie women, groupie women, groupie women. So the second a black woman gets with that athlete, they feel like they're competing against the world to keep that dude. So I get it.
Hey, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Uh,
You ain't got to
guys,
play, you the devil.
you guys' opinion is null and void because you've never seriously dated a white woman, so you don't even know the
I think
difference.
I was clear with
You
that.
never seriously dated an Asian, so you
I was
don't know the difference. No,
I
listen
was
to my
clear about
point. Listen to my point. Listen to my point. Really, this question has to be for somebody that has dated several different races in a sense, to tell you the truth. And I just thought about that
Okay,
because you
we
got to
listening.
experience each one. Is why I'm saying that.
We listening.
You
You
know,
got our ears.
because
yeah, I want to hear
I've
about
never
this.
dated an Asian woman real serious. Never done that, so I don't know. I've dated a Hispanic and a white, uh,
Mm.
Mm.
He
naturally a
said the
black
white.
woman,
He said the white.
But the point I'm making is, even you guys, I don't know how much you've dated, but I don't think you guys have been in a serious relationship with an Asian woman
Nope, you
Not at
right.
or
all.
even a white woman. So
I,
it's
I
almost like you really can't even, you know what I mean by that? You really don't know.
well, I've
And,
been
and
messing.
hold on. I'm not a politician, but I can speak on politics. I
Go
didn't
ahead.
play in the NFL, but I could speak on football. I didn't play in the NBA, but I could speak on basketball. So I've never dated a white woman seriously, but I could still speak on the dynamic that I see in my everyday. So I hear what you're saying, and
Yeah.
I'll yield the floor to you. You're right. If you
Yeah.
got the experience, I'll listen. But I don't. You can't just discount somebody just because I ain't never dated somebody.
I'm
Well,
not.
we have to. If you haven't experienced it, how can you make a 100% valuation?
I'm not a white
Keep
woman
it
lover, but
100.
I play one on the internet.
No, I'm just saying, really, you haven't lived with one, been in a true relationship, and done and experienced the energy of it, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm
Please,
saying.
please do tell.
So
You
help
know?
us,
Please do
So it's
educate
tell.
just a
us,
difference.
educate us, Professor.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You are the white
No,
woman guru.
what I'm saying is there is a difference. How we'll say, well, I don't want to play the race card, but there is a difference between each race, the energy every day. It's a difference the way you communicate,
It's
is
culture.
what I'm saying.
Cultural
So a
differences.
lot of this question, particularly, really only should be for somebody that's dated every race. Seriously,
Well, hold up. Before we get to somebody that's dated every race, let's talk
and I
about
haven't.
somebody. Not that dated every race. Let's talk about somebody who has dated the white race, because we have one on our panel. Tell us about the differences.
Well, it's just like even some of the stuff where he was saying the support, the talking at versus talking to, the waking up, um, a lot of positive energy, a lot of asking about you as a person, um, a lot of being on the same page, with a lot of conversations, a lot of stuff that you want to do in your life. Let's try to help you do what you want to do versus me. A
Wow.
lot of together talk, a lot of us.
It sounds like
Now I'm not saying the black woman don't have that, so don't take this literal.
no, we're talking about your specific
Don't
experiences.
don't take this literal. I'm just saying the difference on a lot. is what I'm saying. And education factors into that too. We got to add that in there. It's a lot of little factors that adds in there.
So what I'm hearing is you've been with some uneducated black women that don't give a damn about you and who you are.
That's what you're hearing. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, I asked you what the differences were, and you
I
said the
just
difference.
explained to you. It's what you're hearing, though. What you're hearing ain't what I'm saying. That's what you're interpreting. Because I've been with a lot of educated black women as well, with master's degree, the whole nine. It's a difference, man.
So what's your
And
preference?
it's even hard to explain, but it's a difference.
What's your preference?
My preference is a black woman.
Mm.
Sorry.
Mike is a butthole right now, man. I agree with what you're saying, but I'm trying to get a better understanding of the differences just from a cultural standpoint. Because
Mhm.
outward on the outside looking in, um, I can personally say I don't think that Caucasian women display the same level of attitude, so to speak, that I've seen in white women. But again, that could be commercialized. That could be just based on what I was exposed to. I've
It
never
is. It
I've never
is.
been in a scenario where I've gotten attitude or any direct or indirect conjecture from a white woman.
Hold on, Corey. Why you let him? Why you let him let that fly? He said what he said. You just yeah. You right. You right. He ain't got no experience. Remember? Why you ain't
Well, I
checking?
gotta let him talk. We
Why you
gotta
ain't
agree.
checking? Why you ain't checking
Nah.
when he said that? Why you didn't
Well, I'm
check
gonna
him
let
when
him
he said
finish.
that?
He gonna
No,
check
no,
himself.
no, 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 no. You was agreeing and you. I saw you when he was saying that. You was like, yeah, yeah.
Well, he got his own opinion. It
But
went through my head what you said, but I just let him talk. It really went through my head what you said,
but
Mike.
he
But
ain't
I
never been
just
with a
let him
white
talk.
girl,
I never. I'm
and
just
you validated it out
educate
the
He
me.
gate.
can't. He can't really say. Hey, he can't really say nothing really. But I'm
I
gonna
just
let him
said
talk.
Right.
I,
That's
I,
and he did that on
I
purpose. He did that. He
We're
did
on the
that on
talk
purpose.
show, so I'm gonna let him talk. Yeah.
look. I'm a goofball. I don't know nothing about this. I'm just trying to figure out why white women are so much better than black women,
He
in your
just set
We
opinion.
you
didn't
up.
say nothing about so
Corey,
much better.
Corey,
See how you
Corey.
adding words? We
No,
didn't say
Corey,
so much
Corey.
better.
He just set
Is
you
that
up,
not what he
Corey.
said? Is
He
that not
said,
what he said?
Corey. He just set you up.
No, he's
He's
setting
no,
himself
no,
up.
no, 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 no. He
It ain't
just
nothing to do with
said.
me.
He just said how white women's attitude is not as fierce as black, and you was over there, amen, and invalidating. And it's the same man. They ain't never been with a white woman. You was still over there, like, yep, yep. You was
Well,
supposed to.
what he
You was
was
supposed to
what
keep
he
your poker
said though,
face. You was
what
supposed
he
to keep your
said,
poker face.
I think you missed what he said though, Mike. He said the whole stereotype is what he was saying. It's the stereotype of what we're getting, is what he was saying. It's the stereotype of the black woman being ratchet. It's
Okay.
the stereotype of the white woman being submissive. That's what he was saying
I'm gonna
because he
let I'm
threw
gonna
that in,
I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let
and
you.
that's why I let him rock because
Nah,
he
you
was
ain't
talking
you did more than let him
stereo
rock. You was over there.
because he was talking about the stereotype. I think you missed him when he said that, Mike. You did.
I'm gonna let it rock. You got
Yeah,
it.
but
You
go
got it,
ahead,
Corey.
King.
You got it, Corey.
We're gonna let him keep talking.
I don't know, bro. I only eat brown rice. I don't eat white rice.
Yeah, we know that.
No, man. I listen. I think to each his own. Um, to be honest with you, it was a stigma growing up where I grew up in the Midwest. Um, you just didn't date white people or white girls.
Right.
And I
I
think
didn't
I think
start till I
most
went to college.
same here. I would say same here. Um, the weird thing is that it was a little taboo. But as you get older, I'll be completely honest with you. I'll just tell you what my experience. Most black dudes that I know that are dating or in a serious relationship or even a casual relationship with a white woman, um, most of them, this is just my experience. These gentlemen are stress free. They don't really argue much. They they
Was he going off the stereotype again?
He
no
didn't.
no
No,
no
no,
I'm
no,
not.
no.
I
He
didn't
said
say
his
stereotype. I said
He
experience.
my
Yeah.
opinion.
said No, he said the people he know, his experience, the people he know. He not talking about him.
I know he didn't say stereotypes. He just said based on the people I know. And
Yeah.
you back there.
But that's the truth though. He's telling the truth.
I'm messing with you. Go ahead, Corey.
He's
Hey,
telling the truth. He
I,
really
I
is.
my brothers that have talked to me about those scenarios, their women are extremely supportive. They are goal oriented. They are some of the most patient women in the world. They are some of the most charitable women in the world. Uh, nothing's off limits in terms of the bedroom. They will share their money, their time, their effort, their energy, and support you without you having to do much. Um, and again, those brothers don't be stressed at all.
I feel
No
like
stress.
real quick on the outside looking in, just off observation. Each group, each demographic has their strengths and their weaknesses. I would say, and I'm speaking in general. I'm not saying all, but in general, Caucasian women, white women come off softer, come off a little more feminine. In general, not all.
Right.
In general, Latino, and I'm not saying they're the most feminine. I just say they come off more feminine.
Right.
The most feminine would be Asians, obviously, and then the close second would be Indian,
Where do you get that information from?
based off
I agree with you on that.
based on my anecdotal observance. That's where I'm
I
getting it
agree with
from.
you on that.
In general, my anecdotal evidence or
Right.
observation, I've seen Asian, Indian, white, and Latino
It's
and
black.
black. There, it's like pick 'em.
Right.
Latino, pick 'em. You know, the more traditional Latinos will be more feminine. But if we just going in general, I don't see many traditional Latinos no more. Latinas, excuse me. I see more of a modern Latina, and she's more aggressive, or just
Hmm.
it's not the same.
Right.
So
Well, that's
so
why even earlier when I was saying the psychological difference, like what you're saying, there's no threat with the more feminine ones versus we already know who's pretty aggressive. Um, we already know. I
No,
don't.
who?
who?
And I
No.
feel like
Can you tell me who's pretty
Yeah,
aggressive?
who's pretty aggressive? Is it
Who's pretty
Latin?
aggressive,
Is it
Corey?
Latinos or
no,
African
the black
American?
the black woman. Why do I gotta say that? You guys
Because
know this.
no,
Let's unpack that.
I was asking because Latinos are pretty aggressive too. They're spicy, so that's what I was
We
asking.
said the
I
most.
would say Italians are aggressive.
Okay,
All right.
I'll give you that. I give you that.
All right.
I will give you that. I was on the panel tonight judging with the spicy Italian, and she was like, "Oh no, yeah, yeah." So I agree. I agree totally.